honestly, this story didn't seem real when I heard about this coming out of Louisiana. A lot of people sent me this. It's taken me a little bit of time to get to it, but we are here. We're going to talk about this. I do understand actually, and I thought the news was a little bit crazy when they said they don't know. They literally talked about what the motive was and then said, we don't have a motive. When they read what the motive was, it was clear as day why this man did what he did because he is obsessive. He is I don't know. I don't really know what you call it. I know obsessive. I don't know what the term is when it's like you're just overly just can't let somebody go when the situation is over. I don't really know what you call that. I wouldn't call it love, but whatever it is, let's go ahead and get into this. So, give you a quick disclaimer. I'm not going to even play them anymore. I'm going to just show you on the screen just so you guys kind of know. Viewer discretion is advised. 8 children were killed in total. So 7 children were his, and one was actually like a cousin or something like that. Okay, and 2 other people were gravely wounded in a shooting spree that spanned at least 3 locations in Shreveport, Louisiana. It's the top portion of Louisiana, so I'm kind of familiar with the area. I've only driven through there and went to the casino out there. So that's about as familiar I am with Shreveport. Let me give a shout out to LA Real Game Radio in the building. Let me make sure that's the right channel before I just go modding people up. That is LA. What up, my dude? Had to make sure that was the right channel. Hey, I know you be getting trolled, bro. So shout out to LA in the building, man. Much love. Appreciate you. And this ended with a gunman shot dead after a police chase on Sunday morning, the authorities said. So the dude is no longer with us, but there's a lot to talk about. So let's get into this. So the gunman, his name is Shamar Elkins. He's 31 years old. And let me tell you guys this, in my humble opinion, I always told y'all that men should not be fathers, in my opinion, under the age of 30 years old because financially we do better when we're older. And we also are more emotionally better when we're older having kids as opposed to having kids in our teenage years and in our 20s, right? So even me having my daughter at 24, I could tell you I would have been a better parent and more ready by the time I was 30 years old, okay? So with him having 7 kids, could you imagine? Could you imagine what type of stress that puts on a family dynamic? Again, you know, if people want to have that many kids, it's on them, but you also have to remember what you're trying to invite in what you're inviting in your circle. You're inviting a hell of a lot of financial responsibility. It's hard to, come on, y'all. It's hard to raise 1 kid, let alone try to feed 2 kids or 3 kids, and things are going through the roof. You know, the rent is going up. You're talking about food is going up, gas is going up. That stress and the money at your job ain't going up. Y'all hear what I'm saying? That stress can become very high. The number one reason why people get a divorce is usually finances. The second reason I think is on the books is infidelity, if I'm not mistaken, or irreconcilable differences. But whatever, it's pretty high up there. But finances is the number one. So if you think about that, that puts people at a point to where they say, you know what, tear the whole family dynamic apart behind money. So why would you continue to keep adding to a situation that's already stressful? And the fact that you're not in your financial stride. He's under 30 years old. He's 31 years old now when he either got killed or whatever the case is. But he had all these kids under 30 years old. Just throwing that out there, something to think about. They're trying to claim that he had mental health problems and had recently expressed suicidal thoughts, family members said in interviews. So the children ranged in age from as young as 3 years old all the way up to 11 years old. So you're talking about he had his first kid at like, what, 20? If he's 31. That's too young to be making that many kids, all right? And 7 of the 8 were Mr. Elkins. He shot them execution style. Boy, that's a cold son of a bitch right there, man. That is cold. That is cold. Very, very cold. Shot him execution style, and that's according to the Shreveport Police Department. The children were identified by the Parish Coroner's Office as Jayla Elkins, who was 3 years old. And I showed y'all a picture of the kids. Maybe y'all want me to make the picture bigger? Because I did find a really, really good picture of them. Hold on. Which one was it? You know what? This is actually the best picture. I don't know who created this. I don't know if it was AI. I'm going to try to clip him off the picture because we're not going to pay no respect to no damn bum-ass father who killed his kids. I'm sorry. We can't put no respect on that. Never. All right? But we could definitely pay tribute and homage to these kids. Let me make this bigger so y'all can see it. Beautiful little kids, right? Yeah, especially in this economy. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just trying to be honest here. That's all I'm trying to do. So Jayla Elkins, 3 years old. Shayla Elkins, 5. Kayla Pugh, 6 years old. Layla Pugh, 7 years old. Markaden Pugh, 10 years old. Soraya Snow, 11 years old. Kadarion Snow, 6 years old. And Braylon Snow, 5 years old. What do you guys notice with those names? What do y'all notice? So they're saying 7 of those kids are his. But you have 3 sets of last names. Multiple baby mamas, multiple child support orders, I'm assuming. Multiple, what they say, multiple baggage, like bringing baggage to the table. It's a lot of kids. And I mean, look, I'm not trying to be a jerk. But I want some ladies in the chat to answer a question for me because I'm just out of pure curiosity. Pure curiosity. Do y'all find, ladies, is there anybody in the chat who finds him on the surface, if you didn't know anything about what he did, would y'all find this man attractive? I'm just curious. Because if you ask me, this man looks like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reject in the face. He's just funny looking to me. I'm a man. I can't really judge dudes. But, you know, dudes, we joan on each other all the time and talk about how ugly somebody is. So is he attractive, ladies? I only want the ladies to respond on that. Let me know what y'all think. I'm just saying, maybe y'all want to produce some kids by him. I don't know. Maybe y'all like to wake up in bed next to a face like this that looks like the devil broke the mold to his face. I'm just asking a question because, again, how, just assuming he got multiple baby mamas, I don't know this for a fact. The wife that he had could have been the mother to all of them kids. I don't know that. I'm just assuming. The way that we make kids in the black community is normally by way of multiple baby mamas or baby daddies, especially when you got multiple kids. Especially when you're talking about this many kids. There's a high probability. You said if you want nightmares. Well, I'm just saying, look, 3 different women allegedly thought this man was attractive enough to make babies, multiple babies by him. They didn't stop. They just kept cocking their legs open and said, you know what? I want to wake up next to that again. These are all his kids right there. I don't know. The kids are beautiful kids, but this man is just funny looking to me, in my opinion. So he also shot 2 other people, including his wife, who was hospitalized with life-threatening injuries on Sunday. So we'll get into the motive. What do y'all think? What do y'all think precipitated this? Do y'all think just mental illness? Y'all want to give some excuses for mental illness? Anybody in the chat? What's up, chat? You say he looked like Avatar. Oh my God. What up, Quan? Charlie said he looked like Avatar. I ain't gonna disagree with you. What do y'all think the reason was that he shot his wife? What pissed him off to that point that he tried to shoot and kill his wife and then killed all of the kids? What do y'all think caused him to want to do that? Mental illness? Y'all think he just needed his medication? Y'all think that he needed some counseling? Y'all think that he needed a reduced sentence in court? Somebody already got it. Yep, somebody already got it in the chat. After the shootings, they keep calling him Mr. Elkins. I don't want to call him that. Let me see if I can call him by his first name. Shamar. I'm going to call him Shamar if I can remember it. Shamar took a car by force and police officers pursued him. The officers opened fire and Shamar died, Corporal Chris Borderland of the Shreveport Police Department said in a news conference. It's unclear if officers killed Shamar or if he died by way of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Doesn't matter. The mayor of Shreveport described the killings because obviously I can't read his last name, that's why I skipped it. Described the killings in a news conference as maybe the worst tragic situation we've ever had. So on Sunday, friends and relatives of Shamar said that they were processing the devastating toll of the killings. The police have not offered a possible motive and their investigation is ongoing. Let me read that again. They said they have not offered a possible motive, but then they're going to go and talk about the motive. His wife threatened to put him on child support. Do you know that for a fact? I'll take it if that's what you believe. He kind of does look like a busted Chris Bosh, though. He really does. Like a clone gone wrong. Child support? That pisses a lot of people off and puts people in a bad mental space. That's a potential motive. In interviews, relatives described Shamar as someone who was recently struggling with mental health and who was stressed about his relationship with his wife, Shaniqua Pugh. Wait, Pugh. So if she's Pugh, no pun intended, she is the middle baby mama? What? No, yeah, wait. Elkins, Pugh. That sounds horrible, saying Pugh like that. She's the middle baby mama. Kayla, Layla, Marcaden Pugh. 3 kids. 6, 7, and 8 years old. The other older kid is Snow. So Soraya Snow, Kadarian Snow, and Braylon Snow. So she's been around for a while. Boy, he had Soraya. She's 11 years old. Marcaden is 10. So he literally almost got both of these chicks pregnant at the same time. Y'all see how I'm able to put that together just by the ages? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8. So, okay. They're putting Braylon at the end. I'm not sure. But 7 of those 8 got to be his kids. Just anyway, it's giving me a goddamn headache anyway. Earlier this month on Easter Sunday, he called his mother Mahalia Elkins and his stepfather Marcus Jackson. Miss Elkins and Mr. Jackson said in interviews that their son sounded despondent. They said they could hear his children playing in the background during the call. Ms. Elkins told them through tears that he wanted to take his own life. That was already a red flag right there. He told Mr. Jackson that his wife wanted a divorce and that he was drowning in dark thoughts. His wife wanted a divorce. We'll get to those screenshots here in a minute. I told him, you can beat stuff, man. I don't care what you're going through. You can beat it, Mr. Jackson said. Then I remember him telling me, some people don't come back from their demons. Mr. Elkins hung up, or Shamar, I think Shamar hung up, promising to tell his children, dressed in their Sunday best, that their grandparents in Oklahoma City said hello. I did not know this was tied to OKC. Wow. Miss Elkins said she did not know exactly what problems her son was having with his wife. Records show that they were married in 2024. She added that her son worked for UPS and had served in the Army. The Army said in a statement on Sunday that Shamar served, they didn't say Shamar, but Shamar served in the Louisiana Army National Guard from August of 2013 to August of 2020 as a signal support system specialist and a fire support specialist. He had no deployment and left the Army as a private. So if he didn't have any deployment, I mean, can you blame any of that on the military? Going anything he went through with the military, I don't think you can. But again, I'm not an expert. I don't know that. Miss Elkins says she is not extremely close with her son. She had Miss Elkins when she was a teenager and struggling with a crack cocaine addiction. Y'all catch that? She had him. Remember, I want y'all to remember I said having these kids too young. She says she was struggling with a crack cocaine addiction. So she left him to be raised by a family friend. And you don't think that that had something to do with the psyche of your son basically being a crack baby? Okay. Nobody will bring that up except me. She reconnected with her son more than a decade ago. Miss Walker, who spoke to the authorities on Sunday but did not witness the shooting, said in an interview that Shamar shot his wife several times, including in the head and the stomach. Miss Walker says she saw Shamar last weekend when his family came over for dinner. Nothing appeared off with him at the time. So I can skip that part. Records showed that Shamar had at least 2 prior convictions, including driving while intoxicated in 2016 and for the illegal use of a weapon in 2019. In a police description in March of 2019 incident, an officer wrote that Shamar pulled a 9mm handgun out of his waistband and shot at a vehicle 5 times after the driver of the car had pulled a silver handgun on him. One of the bullets Shamar shot was found near a school where children were playing outside. I can skip that part. I can skip that part. Skip that. Let's skip all the rest of that. None of the rest of that even matters. Here's the cold point. Basically, the wife of his threatened a divorce. And let me show you what she actually posted in screenshots. And I'm going to tell y'all, if you're going to leave, come up with a plan, but stop sharing all your damn thoughts on social media. I'm just telling y'all, I think it's a dumb thing to do. It's never been smart, but that's the age we live in. Everybody want to sit there and get attention and post everything on social media. Let me see if I can find the first one. April 7th, April 13th. Let's go with this one. Let's make this big on the screen. Now, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. This is his wife or ex-wife. She posted on April the 7th. When a woman replaces you with peace and not another man, it's really over for you. Deuces. I want everybody to absorb what I just said right there. Post it on social media talking shit about the man. The number one way you want to piss people off nowadays, post some subliminal bullshit on social media. That'll piss some people off. You know how many people that met up for fights and shot people over something that was said on social media? Here's April the 10th that she shared somebody's post on April 13th. The crazy part is, I don't even hate you. Just don't feel you no more. That love turned into lessons, and them lessons turned into distance. So now you finally ready, and I'm finally done. That's what bad timing looks like. And I hate, and I'm sorry, I share little stuff from time to time, But I hate to see people overly just like, y'all ever go to somebody's page on Facebook and just see just 1,000 posts that they didn't share it about what somebody else done post, what the next woman done posted. Just constantly sharing somebody else's stuff instead of maybe just sharing what it is that they think. I think you shouldn't be sharing none of this stuff at all, in my opinion, but I always just found that quite irritating. It's very, very irritating. Okay? Just me. It's just me. Yeah, exactly, Reeves. You caught that. A crack fiend mama. That's exactly right. This one was shared on April the 10th and posted on April the 10th, and she agrees with it. For the first time in my life, I don't want to be nobody's woman or wife. I know what it feels like to be a wife, to cook, clean, hold it down, share your bed, your space, your whole life, to pour into a man daily and still make sure everything's straight. I don't want to wash no man clothes. I don't want to share my bed. I don't want to hear what we eating every day. I don't want to adjust my peace for nobody. I'm not bitter. I'm just done playing that role. Right now, I'm choosing me, my peace, and my freedom. And my freedom. And my freedom. Say that again. And I ain't explaining that to nobody. So she was just going to leave this man high and dry while anybody and everybody can see what she's posted on social media, which is further pissing this man off. But here's the catch. You're doing all of this with no exit strategy. No exit plan. You haven't left. You haven't got your kids to safety. You're just in his face talking shit. And I guess, what are you just betting on the fact that he's not gonna do anything to you? You're just betting on the fact that maybe he ain't got the balls to do something to you or the kids? Again, I think that's irresponsible parenting, in my opinion. So yes, am I victim shaming? You damn right I am, if that's what you want to call it. Because if as a parent, you got to stop being so emotional. You got to start letting some shit go and start thinking about your kids and stop only thinking about yourself. I want y'all to notice everything that she said in those posts and shared. What of that had anything to do with her kids? None of it had anything to do with her kids. Every bit of that was about herself, her peace, her sanity, her happiness. Well, if that's how you feel, number one, why get married? You don't have to. That's a choice. Usually a choice that women pressure men like, hey, if you want to be sleeping with me, you got to get married to me, right? So you push for that and then you push for the divorce. That's what the numbers say. So if that's not a life that you want, why is that a life that you push? And if you push for that because you're having kids, then why have kids if you don't want marriage? If you don't want marriage, then why do you want kids? By a man that you're probably going to walk away from, especially knowing the fact that he's got issues and they said he's been having issues. He's a crack baby, for God crying out loud. So if you ask me, I think that mom, the victim, the kid's mom, or whoever she is to all of those other kids, stepmom, should have gotten them to safety, got out of the situation, and just stop running your mouth on social media. I don't think that's cool to keep just talking crap, and just assume somebody not going to do something. I just think that's not smart. So let me give you guys the fair usage here real quick. I'm not going to even play it. I'm going to just show it, because that's how we're going to do it from here on out. So fair usage under USC 107. All right, let's get into the details.
We did have a chance to talk to a daycare owner who says she knew the suspect and the children. Here's what she had to say about the suspect.
You could see in his eyes, nothing behind the eyes, dead behind the eyes, no soul, NPC, non-player character, nothing behind the eyes, dead behind the eyes. You could see in his eyes, nothing behind the eyes, dead behind the eyes, no soul, NPC, non-player character. He didn't have one.
Tonight, new details on gunman Shamar Elkins, who shot and killed 7 of his children and their cousin.
He may have shot them all.
The shooter's brother-in-law, Troy Brown, shocked, telling NBC News 31-year-old Elkins recently sought mental health treatment through Veterans Affairs.
He stayed there a week and a half. He came home. He was happy.
Elkins left the Louisiana Army National Guard in 2020 after they say he served for 7 years as a private.
He loved his kids, he loved his wife. I just don't know what happened. You never know what a person's going through.
The horrific act of violence happened inside this home early Sunday. The kids, all between 3 and 11 years old. Authorities say the gunman also shot his wife and a woman believed to be his girlfriend before he fled in a stolen car. Home security video capturing the moments officers caught up to him and exchanged gunfire. He was later pronounced dead. What is it like to return to this scene today?
It's just unreal. I can't believe it. It is tragic what is going on, and this has affected everyone.
Another urgent question tonight, how did Elkins have access to a firearm? Authorities say he was a convicted felon. Family members noting he was also going through a divorce.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on.
Tonight, a family is devastated after losing 8 children in the mass shooting on Sunday.
And now family members are revealing the troubling circumstances they say led up to the murders. NBC6's Maya Alicia shares their story.
8 children gone in one morning after police say Shamar Elkins opened fire inside a West 79th Street home, killing 7 of his own children and leaving 3 others injured. Family members are sharing what they say was happening inside the home before the incident.
So I know that there was some infidelity she didn't necessarily express it to me, but I do know that she came to me and she asked me about helping her properly file for a divorce. And to my understanding, prior to this,
so they're saying wife and girlfriend. So they're saying he injured 2 of the 3 mothers. So I was actually right. How about that? This is coming from a whole nother website. So Christina Snow and Keosha Pugh. So 2 of 3 of the mothers he injured, trying to kill them. I don't know if there's any other text in here. I'll get back to that here in a minute. Let's go ahead and play the video.
In one morning after police say Shamar Elkins opened fire inside a West 79th Street home, killing 7 of his own children and leaving 3 others injured. Family members are sharing what they say was happening inside the home before the incident.
so I know that there was some infidelity she didn't necessarily express it to me, but I do know that she came to me and she asked me about helping her properly file for a divorce. And to my understanding, prior to this incident, they were scheduled to go to court on Monday, which was the next day.
She says she believes this is why Elkins snapped.
My cousin did express that, he was augmentative about it, so he was having arguments with her about it, but there was no physical anything that was going on, not prior to what went on Sunday.
Shaniqua Elkins, who remains hospitalized after being shot 9 times, had been seeking an end to the relationship with Elkins before Sunday morning's shooting. And Crystal Brown, a cousin, says he didn't respond well. For this family, the tragedy runs even deeper. The victim's uncle says this is not the first time violence has affected the family. The 2 surviving sisters, Shaniqua Elkins and Keosha Pugh, previously dealt with their mother being shot.
And it was actually the same month, probably like 20 years ago, a crossfire. And now they got to relive this same tragedy, 20 years ago with their kids.
Brown says the sisters are still hospitalized and are responsive in talking.
It's all so sad. Now, family members do say that Keosha Pugh, who is in the hospital, made a social media post apologizing to the kids, saying she is sorry she was unable to save them. We'll continue to follow any developments in this story, of course.
Okay, let's go into this a little bit further. Hopefully y'all caught that. So again, I'm getting this from another website. Now, according to leaked sources, Shamar Elkins allegedly discovered a secret conversation between his wife and another man. So if he was cheating, yes, there is a good possibility she might have been also talking to someone else. Cheating because he was cheating again, and you ain't took the kids nowhere safe while all of this is going on. Okay? Allegedly. Discovered a secret conversation between his wife and another man. In it, the phrase, "you did better than him," appeared like a knife plunged directly into Elkin's pride and already unstable psyche. Those following the case believe that this discovery was the detonator that caused Shamar to lose complete control. Instead of resolving the domestic conflict, he unleashed his frantic rage on innocent children, souls he perceived as either obstacles or tools to exact revenge on his wife. Criminal psychologists suggest that this is an act of total annihilation, often seen in domestic massacres driven by pathological jealousy. Don't know that to be a fact, because she is still alive and she might want to deny that, but that's what's come out in some articles. And, you know, again, I just think that if you're planning on leaving, you got to start putting the kids first. And it doesn't seem like anybody was thinking about putting the kids first in these situations, okay? So it ended up being very dangerous. And luckily, the women were able to survive with their lives, and the kids all lost their lives, which is just really sad. They didn't get an opportunity to grow up and get a chance to grow up and become something great. And they were robbed by a crazy man. He seems to be crazy, okay? So I will not deny that. So to all of those kids, may they rest in peace. Let me see if I can get their pictures back up here. Pretty decent picture. I mean, he's in the picture. I mean, it is what it is. But good looking kids. I just wish they had an opportunity to be able to grow up, okay? But thank you. Yeah, y'all are saying it's toxic. I think there was a lot of toxicity in there. And again, I think that could be fixed on both ends, okay? So let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and we'll have a conversation about it, okay? Thank you guys so much for listening to this story. Let's go ahead and move to story number 2, which is a little bit of a doozy, and it's definitely an interesting one for me. Because guess what? How many of you guys have heard about the story that is literally going viral all over social media about the mass shooting that happened at a stupid party in OKC? Not in OKC, but in Edmond, Oklahoma. I'm going to just say OKC. There were actually 10 kids and a cousin. Okay. Well, that's what the news said. So I was just kind of going off of what I saw in a couple different articles on that. So I got you. Thank you, Yvonne. How many of you guys heard about this? This just happened, yesterday? Yesterday evening. And boy, am I familiar with ratchet parties. I'm a DJ and I'm an ex-promoter, and what do you call that? The picture man. I used to have a camera in the club taking pictures of folks, trying to sell them and get my little hustle on. I was the picture man for a little while. How many of y'all heard about this? And I thought it was interesting to talk about because it does involve kids and it involves a whole lot of dumb stuff. Ellen Dorsey, if you are listening, she said, no. She said, thank you and keep advocating for the kids. So if you're listening, thank you very much for your Cash App. So if you're listening, Ellen, thank you. And also thank you to my brother Reese 3002. So I appreciate that. Hey, what's up, Seahawks fan? Where have you been? Is that the same Seahawks fan that I know? I think it is. That's the only person that I would think would come over here with that name. Let me know if that's the same person. Let me know if I want you to type in the chat how you came about knowing about my channel. Who's the person that connected us? Do you know? Don't say it for. I just want to make sure this is the right person because I think it is. So who's the person that connected us? Type that in the chat. Let me know because I think it's the right person. You say it's you, but I just want to hear you say it. While we go ahead and get to story number 2. We've already given out our channel memberships. Just so y'all know, we're giving out actually 10. So we've given out 10 total. What's going on, Seahawks fan? Can you? Yep, there you go. Got you. Yep, definitely the right person. Okay, good to see you. When you say it like that, we're definitely talking about the right person for sure. So shout out to you. I appreciate you pulling up. Definitely. Y'all do me a favor. I have no idea where everybody is. I don't know why we only got 111 people, but I am thankful. Trust me. I don't go live often as I should. I am thankful, but please make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. We want to have one thumb up for everybody watching. So we only got 88 thumbs up, but we got about 110 people watching. So if y'all hit that thumbs up, that'll be great. Yeah, much love. I sure appreciate you. Let's get into this. Now, y'all know this story really hit my heart because not only is it basically OKC, northern OKC, Edmond, Oklahoma to be specific. Lake Arcadia, I don't go to Lake Arcadia, but nonetheless, I have spent a lot of time in Edmond, especially on the north side, right? And here's the funny fact. The age group of these kids, of this party, is just surreal, man. It's just surreal. My kids are the exact age group that these kids that was out there partying, and a bunch of them got shot. So if you have not heard, that's what's going on. I'm not going to give you a full readout on this disclaimer, but that is your fair warning. Pause it so you can read that. Let's go ahead and get into this. And I was actually even more worried about my son because I know he actually goes to school in this area. So I was blowing his phone up just to make sure, make sure he was not there. It's Sunday Fun Day. You know what? Sunday Fun Day is more like Sunday Death Day. Fun Day, Death Day. That's what it was like. Edmond, Oklahoma, y'all taking a huge L. We don't associate Edmond with OKC like that. A weekend shooting at a lakeside park in Oklahoma that left nearly 24 people injured. And I think when I read, the last time I read, I think they said about 23 people were injured or shot, or a combination of the two. That erupted when a group began arguing at an unsanctioned, let me say that again, for all my Black Lives Matter people out there, before y'all get mad. Unsanctioned means that nobody knew you were having this party, nobody knew that you were putting this on, you did not have permission, and you did it, so you assume all liability. Do not blame this on the police, and do not blame this on the state or the city of Edmond, Oklahoma. Okay, so parents, friends, loved ones, countrymen, whatever, y'all need to point the finger at the people who threw this party and the people that showed up. That's the only blame that needs to go around. I don't want to hear nothing about pointing the finger at nobody else. Okay, so basically there was a fight that broke out. And who do y'all think was fighting? Anybody want to take a guess? What's up, Mama Mia? What up, Patty? Good to see you. What up, Quan Moore? Michelle? Who do y'all think was fighting? Seahawks fan, who do you think was fighting at this party? There's young men, young women. Who do y'all think was fighting? Who do y'all think was doing all the fighting? Edmond used to be the good neighborhood. It technically still is. It's just, that's why they used to call it the sundown town. I don't know if y'all ever heard about that, but especially it was definitely brought to light whenever the Julius Jones case was going on. They called it the sundown town because they said, don't get caught in our city when the sun is down if you are not supposed to be in our city, because they were literally trying to protect their community. Now, black people, on the other hand, looked at it and said, oh, they is being racist. They don't want black people around here. Well, maybe you're right. I'm not saying that you're wrong. Definitely not saying that you're wrong. But at the same time, there is a stigma that comes when you just let anybody and everybody into your communities, which is usually why they cherry pick. I know that sounds crazy, like cotton pick, but they cherry pick who people want in their communities, especially if they are not in the majority of that community, right? When you have a good black community, you might cherry pick and bring a couple white folks in there. When you have a good white community, you might cherry pick and put a couple good black folks in there. That's just the way it goes, right? But that's also to keep your community safe, to keep your schools safe, to keep your stores safe, to keep everything, to keep your McDonald's safe, to keep your lake safe. Crazy, huh? The sun downtown. So yes, Edmond has always had this thing, but I knew why they were doing it. Okay. Authorities were continuing to search for suspects. They ain't nobody been arrested so far, and they haven't put out no leads, so we don't know who they're looking for. Funny thing is, I think some of them kids out there that were there, I think they know. They just ain't saying nothing publicly. But I digress. They said it wasn't clear how many of the injured had been shot. It provided a few answers about what happened, according to the police. The shooting broke out Sunday night at a public park near a campground at Arcadia Lake, or we used to call Lake Arcadia, a popular swimming and boating spot in Edmond, just north of Oklahoma City, said Edmond police spokesperson Emily Ward. Jeremiah Smith estimated there were about 250 people that showed up at this party. That's a lot. What's up, Destiny? That is a lot. There is no vetting process. What they did was they created this very stupid flyer, and I'm going to call it stupid for a reason. Let me show y'all this damn flyer. I could have probably downloaded a better version, but I think this is going to be good enough. Y'all will get the point. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. Sunday Fun Day. What is in the flyer? What are you advertising? Flyers generally advertise what the expectation is supposed to be, what the atmosphere is supposed to be. You're setting the tone with your flyer. What do you see on here? Well, let's take a fucking look. Let's see. On the left-hand side, you have a man who literally is smoking something. We're going to refer to that as weed in the flyer because that's more than likely, you know, everybody on this 420 thing and all of that type of stuff, that's the vibe you're trying to encourage. Smoking weed, okay? Another guy over there in the middle, smoking. Got a cigar or some weed in his hand, whatever it is. You got this woman over here. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I didn't even realize her T-shirt. Let me make this bigger. Okay, see, y'all might hate me after this one. But it is what it is, because I got to keep it real. I don't know who volunteered to be on this damn flyer. What is that on her T-shirt? The one in the middle on the left. What is that on her T-shirt? Does that, and I could be wrong, but does that not look like an RIP T-shirt? It looks like it. It looks like an RIP T-shirt. The freaking irony. And then you got this one over here with her chubby stomach poking out with a halter top and cotton candy blue hair. I mean everything about this says ghetto. So anybody who says that about this is not wrong. It is meant to be ghetto. And on top of that, when you have ghetto parties, expect ghetto things. Right? When you fuck clowns, expect the circus. That's a DJ Just J hashtag, by the way. 250 people showed up. Ain't checking for no guns. Ain't vetting nobody. Ain't checking no IDs. So I guarantee you there was drinking and smoking and bullcrap going on. He said the trouble began when the group of girls, so if y'all said the girls, you were right. A group of girls began fighting. Do y'all want to see that video? I don't know if I can show that safely on YouTube. I might get flagged down. If y'all want to see the video, I've got the video of the first fight that broke out right before the shooting happened. I've got it. These group of girls were arguing over boyfriends. They were arguing over boyfriends, and I find that highly ironic when, if you notice the trend, a lot of these girls, can I show this? Let me see. A lot of these girls, when they're in the club, how many of y'all go to the club? Y'all know what y'all see in the club. Do I have the screenshot? I don't think I do. It's the video, though. Maybe I could show you from the video. What are most of these girls doing at these parties? Oh, that's the fight. I can't even. Damn, I can't show that either. Maybe I could pull it up. Hold on. Most of these girls are dancing on other girls, doing LGBTQ activities. Most of these girls got girlfriends, but they're fighting multiple women over alleged boyfriends. Let me see if I can pull that up. Because there was, it's the, let me see. Said Lake Arcadia. I don't think I'm going to be able to find it like this. Damn it. Oh, but look, just take my word for it. So maybe I will post it when I fix this video, but basically the main portion of the video that people were actually showing publicly were girls basically twerking on each other. Got their butts all cocked up in other girls' faces and smacking each other's butts and stuff like that, like they in a strip club or something like that. Next thing you know, the next video I saw was a girl pushed a girl, swung at a girl, and then this girl came running and tried to pile drive this other girl. And next thing you know, all the other girls jumped in it. And then once all of those women start jumping in it, then it just turned into pure pandemonium. So again, I don't know if I could actually show that video or not, but I do have it. So they said it just started a whole bunch of chaos. Everybody got scared. Dudes was panicking. Women were, they said was, dudes were panicking. Women were panicking. People seeing their friends fight, Smith said. The 18-year-old said that he heard shots ring out in different directions for several minutes as he ran towards the lake. Those hit included two of his friends. Unfortunately, what's up, Ash and Emmy? Unfortunately, I actually even saw some of the pictures of at least a couple of the kids that were laid out, probably deceased. Now, those pictures I'm not going to show, but I did see them. They said at least 18 people were treated at hospitals in the Oklahoma City area. One healthcare system said that the victims it treated ranged in age from 16 years old to 30 years old. Question. Why would, and I'm pretty sure they were younger than that. They were probably like 13, 14, 15 in there. I can almost guarantee it. Why would 30-year-olds, probably older than 30, be hanging out with 16-year-olds or younger? Any reason why they'd be partying with them? What would be the reason 30-year-olds partying with 16-year-olds? I just think that's a little bit weird in itself. And on top of that, people actually interviewed and said that there were pregnant women at this damn Freaknik. Basically was what this was. Like a Lake Arcadia Freaknik takeover. They said there were, somebody actually said there were little bitty kids there too, because the mothers were there, and so they went, and their excuse to go hang out and kick it, they say, oh, well, this is at a lake, we can take our kids. That's what somebody interviewed, and that's what they said. So there were young kids out there, no doubt. It said 3 people are in critical condition and 4 are listed as serious. So I don't even know what the number is of the people that's then probably already passed away, but I'm pretty sure that number is coming real quick. Police in Edmond say Monday that the party had been promoted across social media, and I actually saw it. Oh my God, y'all have got to see this. Let me see if I can find it. What's up, Dippy Escapes in the building? Good to see you. Let me see if I can find, because I did not want to follow the page. Hold on. Do y'all want to see who promoted the party? Y'all want to see who the actual promoter was? It's the name of the promoter. Let me see. Let's type this in. I don't know if I can remember the name. Let me look up the flyer again. Give me a second. Y'all not gonna believe this shit. Let me see. Where is it at? Right here. Let me see if I can find it like this. H3 L0 VES dot underscore MYA. Why do they have these stupid names? That is a stupid name. Oh, did I not? I know I typed it right. H3 L0 VES. Is that the one? That is the one. But they took down the flyers, son of a gun. Nope. They've got a video of a fight on here. Oh my God, you can't be that damn stupid. Oh my God. Let me see. Sunday, Funday, Lake Arcadia. Okay. I'm trying to find the promoter though. Hold on. It's whole something. Why can't I find it? And it's not even in my recent searches. Come on, man. Seriously? That's it right there. They must have took the page down. Hoes love Maya. Oh, there it is. Presented by, oh my God. That's it. That's it. I found it. I found it. That's why I take screenshots. I found it. I found it. Here it is. Presented by Young Hoes. Oh, they took it down? What? Who is this DJ? Drop it. I know he didn't take his page down, did he? Let me see. Shout out to my guy DJ Drop It. I think he might have been the DJ. Oh my God. Let me see. Why is his name coming up on here? Oh. This is something different. What? Oh, holy crap. Are they saying he was the DJ here? Oh, no. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Wow. Yo. Y'all got to see this. This is literally breaking news. Hold on. I'm going to try my best to show y'all on my screen. Let me show you. Wow. Look at this. What was the event and who organized it? A Sunday Funday event promoted on social media drew a large crowd to Arcadia Lake, and investigators are working to determine who organized it. With posts pointing to Crowd Control Entertainment, CCE, and a man known as DJ Drop It, though neither has responded. I know that dude. He's a young dude. He's a good DJ, very good DJ, and I think he's a promoter also. I thought that looked weird. Community members are now calling for accountability after the shooting, with residents urging stronger oversight and responsibility from organizers after underage attendees were injured. Well, goddamn. Oh, my God. I don't know if I can keep this in here or if I'm going to have to cut this out. They updated this a couple of days ago. Again, like I say, I don't know him very well, but I have been at some clubs that he's DJ at. So this is an article from 2025. Oh, it was updated April 28th of 25. So this is last year. So that's John Moore. That's somebody else. Okay. Damian Marquell Nelson, also known as DJ Drop It, was arrested on April the 10th for first-degree murder, but the charges were dropped. Damn. John Calvin Moore, also known as 20, was arrested by Oklahoma City Police Department, I was going to say OKCPD, for being a felon in possession of a firearm. The OKCPD arrested one suspect involved in an alleged drug deal turning into a shooting. He identified two involved in the robbery as DJ Drop It and 20. I have never heard this. Boy, that's a hell of a revelation right there, man. I had no idea. Sheesh. Okay, so they're literally pointing to him and saying that he's the organizer of this whole damn thing. But the promoter, the name was Who is DJ Drop It? and presented by Young Hoes, HOESS. And those pages are gone off of Instagram. By design, I'm assuming they probably took them down. So Edmond Mayor Mark Nash said the shooting took place at a public park where spaces can be reserved for large gatherings. To our knowledge, there was no reservation through the park's department. Nash declined to answer questions about the shooting, saying police were handling the investigation. So they're already taking steps to review and strengthen park operations, permitting processes, and security measures. Some of those injured were transported for medical attention, while others sought treatment on their own. Integra said they had treated 13 people at its hospital in Edmond in Oklahoma City. 7 remain in Baptist Medical Center in Oklahoma City, including 3 in critical condition. So OU said it received 5 people at its trauma center, but did not elaborate. While police did not provide more details about the party, a flyer circulated on social media after the shooting suggesting that the event called Sunday Fun Day was scheduled at the pavilion near the lake until midnight. It advertised food, drinks, music, and good vibes and good people. Arcadia Lake is well, we could skip all that. That just gives the history. Let's see how many of you guys put this together. If you have a DJ, what else do you have to have? Let's say this again. If you have a DJ, what do you have to have? One thing that I can tell y'all about me DJing, I'm not DJing for free, especially if I were a more known DJ, a popular DJ, right? Who DJs for free? That doesn't happen. So you would have to ask, if you're not DJing for free, who's paying you? So that would have to mean, in my humble opinion, that somebody was charging entry to further compensate said DJ for that to even, and that's just for the DJ. That's not whatever drinks or smoking or whatever else they got going on. Hell no, they didn't have no security. You kidding me? At the lake, you think they're going to have security out there? They already not paying. They're already not reserving the place as it is. They're already not going the right route as it is. No, they didn't pay security because that's just extra money in their eyes going out the door at an unsanctioned event. So I'm assuming that the people who were coming, in order for them to get into the area, they were probably stopped somewhere and said, hey, y'all got to pay us this amount of money to get in. That's the only way that makes sense. Because ain't no way you going to bring your equipment out there and be out there DJing all night long until midnight for free. Bullshit. I know better. Let me give you guys the fair usage statement under USC 107 for anything that we play, fair usage. So I'm just speaking from experience. I'm just telling y'all, okay? So here we go. Actually, I did not get my videos up here. Let me get the right videos up here. Hold on. Because I can't show that fight video. I don't think I can show that. Hell, maybe I will. I don't know. If y'all want me to, maybe I will play it.
Continues with KOCO Shanice Hopkins, who's live for us near Integris Health, where we got that latest update from them.
Yeah, we heard from them. They told us some of the victims were taken there. Shanice, you heard from people who witnessed the shooting and were there as the gunshots rang out. What have they said about what happened?
That's right. KOCO 5 was there as witnesses poured out of that scene. Many families told to go to the Walmart on I-35 and 15th to reunite with their loved ones and friends. Now, we spoke with several people who were there when shots were fired, and they tell us the party was a great time until they heard an argument. Then that argument led to a fight, then moments later, gunfire. Witnesses say it was very scary as many were injured just trying to get away to safety.
Well, like, what is the point? Like, there's no point. Anyone who was hit, I just want to send my prayers and say that I'm sorry for the inconvenience that is unnecessary.
And more importantly, those that we spoke to were just grateful that they were able to make it there safely and find their friends safe. And this morning, the investigation continues. Like we said, 13 of those victims are at Integris' health care, but we also reached out to Mercy, who say they don't have any victims in their care. So we're going to keep continuing to work to get more information this morning. Reporting Shanice Hopkins, KOCO 5 News.
It's like sad being out here, you know, because you just think about all the things that happened last night, all the people that were hurt.
Michael Triplett shot in the leg while attending a party at Arcadia Lake Sunday night. One of 23 people injured in the incident.
I just kind of start feeling my leg like it was a burning sensation.
We first met him at a reunification center set up at Walmart.
I was just praying that I made it home safe, honestly. I was just praying that I got to go home to my mom.
Monday, he and others returned to the park to find their belongings, like cell phones and cars.
Some of us got work and, you know, just want to let our bosses and our family know that we're okay and we're fine.
Edmond police say 23 people were injured. Some were taken by ambulance. Others drove themselves to get help. Witnesses say the shooting started after a fight.
It was so many shots just coming from everywhere. All the bullets were just flying through.
Aja Cato says she was on her way to the party when she learned her girlfriend had been shot in the rib cage.
I'm glad I wasn't there because it could have been me.
Police say the investigation is active and they are looking for a suspect, but there is no threat to the public.
I would hate for me being a parent to have to get a phone call of, oh, your child is going or your child is critically injured or something because of somebody's poor decisions.
Nearly 24 people hurt in a mass shooting at Arcadia Lake in Edmond. The investigation is very much still underway this morning, but police have said there is no active threat to the public at this time. Our team coverage continues. KOCO Shanice Hopkins has been at Integris Health, where some of the victims went after the shooting. But first, let's go to Megan Mosley. KOCO's Megan Mosley. Megan, you're there on that west side of the lake where police have been investigating mostly this morning, and we just got some of that new information.
Yeah, Cameron, we just learned from Edmond police a little bit around 30 minutes ago that this was actually an unsanctioned event last night here at Arcadia Lake, meaning that the folks who were out here at the time of the shooting were not supposed to be out here. They didn't have permission. They didn't have a permit. Now, Edmond police did say that this event was circulating online on social media, but it was not permitted or reserved to be on this campus. Now, we now know that 23 people have been injured in this shooting. Police say that the severity of their injuries range, but they couldn't say if any of them were fatal or how many were even gunshot wounds. Now, I asked police specifically if anyone has died from last night's shooting. They told us they cannot confirm that information. Now, we now know that several people were rushed to the hospital, but many transported themselves. Edmond police tells us there is no threat to the public, but they are actively working the case and they can't release any suspect information at this time, but they are urging anybody who was out here at the time to contact their office immediately. But of course, KOCO has been speaking with witnesses on and off from last night who described the terrifying moments.
I'm 54 years old and I've never had to deal with any of this, and to know that so many young people have to, it's just it's mortifying.
Now, when that press release was sent out, I asked Edmond police if anybody was in custody or even being questioned at all from this shooting. They told me that they cannot release that information at this time. Reporting live at Arcadia Lake, Megan Mosley, KOCO 5 News.
Megan, very close to the scene there. We appreciate that. Our team coverage continues this morning. KOCO Shanice Hopkins has been at Integris Health there in Edmond, very close by, where some of the victims of the shooting were taken just moments after the shots rang out there last night. She heard from some of the witnesses who were there when the gunshots went off.
Last night, we were there as witnesses poured out of that scene. Many families told to go to the Walmart on 15th and I-35 to reunite with their family and loved ones. We spoke with several people who were there when shots were fired. They tell us the party was a great time until they heard an argument. That argument leading to a fight. Then moments later, gunfire. Witnesses say it was very scary as many were injured trying to get to safety.
Well, like, what is the point? Like, there's no point. Anyone who was hit, I just want to send my prayers and say that I'm sorry for the inconvenience that is unnecessary.
More importantly, they were just grateful they were able to make it there safely and find their friends also safe. And this morning, the investigation continues. We're still working with police to find any new details that they may find. Reporting in Edmond, Shanice Hopkins.
Remains a safe, vibrant place to live, work, and raise a family. He says the city is now reviewing that park's operations.
You said it was a good vibe.
It was definitely at the beginning something that was we looked it up to doing, that we thought we can come out as a community, eat and have a good time. And once you find out that it's not that, you don't want to do anything with any type of, not even your community, because this is something that tragic that happened, and it's nothing to just be happy about or laugh about or anything.
Once it happened, because it's just like it was so many people that was actually truly injured and hurt that my mind wasn't even there. Like, my adrenaline was just pumping so much that it was just like I was just worried about trying to help the next person until the police got here, you know, just to make sure that they were okay, because they were more badly injured than me. You know, I'm just lucky enough that I got to pull the piece of fragment that was just in there out of my leg.
You said a medic just bandaged you up while you were here?
Mm-hmm. Yes. You know, she asked me was I okay, and I told her I was fine. I showed her the wound and stuff, and she just bandaged me up, and I just told her, like, you know, go help the other people that were, you know, more hurt than I was.
A lot of my friends got hurt tonight, last night, and it's not acceptable. It's something that we have to change. Our community needs to get better. I thought we were having a good time at a lake with family. It was kids out here under. Right. It was babies, kids, seeing mothers run with their kids, fathers run with their sons.
Thank you, young man. What did he just say, y'all? Community. He said there were babies. Listen to what he said. I didn't make this up.
Community needs to get better. I thought we were having a good time at a lake with family. It was kids out here under. Right. It was babies, kids, under. Right. It was babies, kids, seeing mother under. Right. It was babies, kids, seeing mothers run with their kids, fathers run with their sons, their daughters. It's not okay, and it's not safe. Right. It was babies, kids, seeing mothers run with their kids.
And I think he's about to say pregnant. It was some pregnant women out there too. Watch.
Kids, fathers run with their sons, their daughters. It's not okay, and it's not safe. It was pregnant women out here. It's not safe to put everyone into harm's way, because okay, and it's not safe. Mothers run with their kids, fathers run with their sons, their daughters. It's not okay, and it's not safe. It was pregnant women out here. It's not safe to fathers run with their sons, their daughters. It's not okay, and it's not safe. It was pregnant women out here. It's not safe to put everyone. Fathers run with their sons, their.
So I did hear that right. He said there were pregnant women out there and little bitty kids and babies.
Daughters, it's not okay, and it's not safe. It was pregnant women out here. It's not safe to put everyone into harm's way because of something that somebody has going on within them.
Another thing that I also think makes this weird is because most of these people either have one or two things to do. Either school, because they're still in school age, or you have to get up and go to work. Who goes to work on a Monday, but you party on a Sunday until midnight? It ends at midnight. You get home, Lake Arcadia. You probably get home about 1 in the morning, 1:30 at the fastest. You'll probably be in the bed. 250 people, probably more than that. That's an estimate. I'm guessing that some of those people are either school age or work age.
And I apologize.
And no, there wasn't no men around, no fathers around. Hell no, it wasn't. It was a bunch of boys, girls, babies, pregnant mamas, and little kids, and promoters.
Because of something that somebody has going on within them.
Yeah. And I apologize. You had mentioned it a bit earlier, but at what point did this turn violent? Why did the gunfire erupt?
Once everybody got scared. Yeah. Everybody seen the fight. Once one person run, everybody's going to run. Mm-hmm. And once everybody started running, nobody knew what was going on. But it was only a fight, and people started shooting at women. Yeah. And that's not okay.
Honestly, I didn't see anything. I was in the woods helping a female who had said that she got hit. That was just that. Like, I was in the woods. Me and my female, we were in the woods trying to help a female that said that she had got hit by a stray bullet. So we're shining the flashlight on her, trying to check her out. It just didn't work out.
That's tough to go through that.
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't see anything. I was in the woods helping a female who had said that she got hit. That was just that. Like, I was in the woods. Me and my female, we were in the woods trying to help a female that said that she had got hit by a stray bullet. So we're shining the flashlight on her, trying to check her out. It just didn't work out.
That's tough to go through that.
Yeah, honestly, it's very sad to see someone that you know or that you love just, it's a very hard thing.
It sounds like that's his way of saying that he witnessed somebody die. Assuming. I don't know that for a fact. This is a mess. From the whole promoter situation to doing this thing illegally. And one thing that I could tell you is just going the illegal route is a very, very hard route to go. A lot of bad shit can happen. This is why people have you to have insurance at events and things like that. This is why you are supposed to have sanctioned events. So so that way at least the city can be aware, have people on standby. You're going to have how many people there? Y'all going to be doing what? It's not that they want to ruin y'all good damn time. It's just they want to have some accountability to keep people protected in case some things happen that are out of your control. That's when the state steps in. That's when the city and the county steps in. That's what it's there for. So when you try to skirt that system and you try to remove those protections, only bad shit is going to happen. And I'm going to tell y'all this. I made up my mind a long time ago. I don't DJ 16 and up parties. I don't DJ teenager parties. I don't even DJ 21 and up, really. 18 and up? Absolutely. Don't call me. No. Do not call me. 21 and up? Maybe. And that's a big maybe. Because I'm real particular about my crowds. Like, I try to stick to the weddings. I try to stick to the events that make sense. Okay? And if you're going to do an event like this, especially something like this should have been did during the daytime, do it around noon. Doing it at midnight or up until midnight made absolutely no sense. So I guarantee y'all I'm going to be doing an update, and I can guarantee you, no matter what I said in here, which I think was a lot of positive, there's probably going to be people in Oklahoma that's going to be mad at me about my words. But why be mad at me when I'm not the one out there shooting 23 people over a fight and boyfriends and girlfriends and weird situations, man? So, again, we got to start having some accountability between us. We got to start pointing the finger at us and stop looking at everybody else, okay? Let's start having some accountability. Thank you guys so much for listening to this story.